Some ranked game previews for Week 12. Let's start with our matchup, 7:30 p.m. on NBC and Peacock. Number one team in the country goes to Madison to take on Wisconsin at Camp Randall. The environment is really what I'm assuming
Mhm.
Wisconsin is going to hope is going to be a difference here. They come off the bye week. We saw their previous two games, two losses after the three-game winning streak. And as
Right.
mentioned, Oregon right now is just they're just playing really good football.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Now, here's my expectation. I think Wisconsin will play at a much better level than what we saw for their last two games. They're coming off a bye week. I think that, they were not feeling good about themselves at all. And rightfully so after the Iowa game. They played well for three quarters against Penn
No
State,
doubt.
ran out of gas in the fourth quarter. They did not play well at all against Iowa the very next week. They weren't physical at the line of scrimmage. They couldn't stop the run. They had turnovers again. They did not play well in front of their home crowd. Now, I do think that they will play well. I don't know if it's going to be well enough to beat Oregon, but I do think they will play much more competitive. It'll have more of a feel like the Penn State game had, through most of the game than the Iowa game did. So I would expect that. But defensively is where Wisconsin has to really stand up. I mean, they gave up 420 yards, an average of 420 yards of offense against Penn State and Iowa combined, and they can't do that. They've got to play at a much higher level defensively and maybe take the ball away to keep them in the game on this one. I think the other thing about Oregon, too, that is, they are a team that, again, wasn't as clean last week with the penalties and some of the stuff. They didn't have big numbers offensively, but I think by and large, since that Boise State game, this is a team that has continued to get better and better
Yes.
as the season has gone on. I think they're playing at their highest level right now, which is what you want to see if you are trying to make a run at a championship.
No
And I
question.
think Dan Lanning has got that team, playing at a very high level and playing to their standard. I don't think they are playing down to anybody. They're playing to the standard that they have as an Oregon football team. And so, it'll be a good challenge. I'm sure Wisconsin is not only hoping for the great crowd, but also hoping for some cold weather on Saturday night as well. And, maybe that will play into it as well.
I could tell you that our statistician Josh Zalesnik will be hoping for anything but cold weather. When it gets below 60, he starts breaking out the hand warmers. So
Yeah.
we'll see what that looks like for jump around on Saturday night.